If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act.
Oh.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right. Tak ada bagian.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Follow the private investigator. Oi, kat ni ramai kau orang. Ui, ramai. Depan tu pun aku risau takut nampak lah. Dia masuk dalam kan? Abang ada seorang masa aku, pekerja dia. Wih, 2 orang. Security. Hilang, nasib dia tak nampak. Okey, dia tak tengok. Mesti kita kat bawah kan.
File account HTC depot number 5085. No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll go. Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
Security lah, aku kira security high level lah. Sekarang aku nak pergi approach sekejap. Kalau aku macam ni okey kot. Sekejap aku nak save dulu. Sudah dekat bawah kan.
I have yet to see a mystery. I have. I don't give a toss about my fame, if that's what you're worried about. My lips are sealed.
Very well.
And the portrait photographer
I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
Everything's
You
still
assume too much, Madam Carlyle. The crime scene, if such exists, is never where I begin.
Do as you wish. However,
Did you get
I
that
expect a
word,
result in a timely fashion.
I did, sir.
Fernsby will take over from here.
I'm
Must
Mr.
be.
Fernsby, the butler. I will try to assist you as best I can. Where would you like to start your investigation, sir?
Where's the family? I like to pry the suspects a bit.
Madam Carlyle's family members are all on this floor.
That's what I said.
Maybe start in the sitting room. If you'll
Sitting room.
follow me
Why?
this way.
Please be quick.
Priming, you say? That sounds interesting.
It's like planting seeds.
Seriously, what are you
that
up
will
to,
grow
mister?
into telling actions or words.
Hey, who are you?
Do you
Don't move a muscle, buddy.
I already have.
Not giving you another chance,
Stay
mister.
there. You are bold, not easily faced, self-controlled, and always a step ahead. All qualities of murder would benefit from. You say
I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. If that isn't so, please do come
Edward.
Oh, selamat. Jangan. Sampai sini kejap aku nak tengok. Scan tengok.
My eyes are not working properly. This flicker thing again. You can't tell anyone. But the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I am so sorry. But even though mother is still alive, we still have to go through with it. We definitely want to read it no matter. I just know she'll be disappointed in me. Again. My legs are really weird. I need you, Kathy. I'm sorry. I know. I'll hang up. Not supposed to do this. Sorry. Bye.
Apricot. Sini ada apple. Okay, kau rasa dia dah gelap kot.
Help had finally arrived, but you went down immediately.
Ramai sangat orang kat sini. Ada 2 orang sini, seorang sana.
You, Edward, you are 5, and climbing trees is supposed to be your area of expertise. Oh no, that won't go.
What a marriage. Splendid dynamics between the two. Loaded with conflict, unsaid fears and desires. I could just stare all day.
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
Sekejap.
With so many of us in, we'll get everything we plan for the next few months done in 3 days.
I'll finish setting up.
Oh, sini bodoh orang. Oh.
You may laugh now, but I have a bad feeling we haven't seen the end of this.
Sup?
Kau nak jadi ni lah. Fotografer lah.
Like them all stuck. You're 100 years older. I don't know how the rich stand.
Missing poison. Ya, aku try dulu jadi private investigator. Black as a bodyguard.
Gregory Carlyle?
Quite the detective. Well done. Tell me what else that mastermind of yours has figured out.
I would rather know if your shocking behaviour serves other, more sinister purposes than self-amusement.
Intriguing. Go on.
Blusterous personas like yours often reveal a deep and festering boredom, sometimes resulting in risky behaviour, private challenges, murder, perhaps.
I like you. Cheek.
Listen, Gregory. Something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got hold of the officer. He said it was finalized, but then he
Pasal kat luar saya kena
Just wait
tibai
a
kot.
few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
Dia duduk kat area orang ramai. Dia kalau nak bantai susah sikit.
What an odd resemblance to Madame Carlyle's daughter-in-law.
Tak gelak masalahnya. Kat sini aku kena eliminate orang sebaik mungkin. Kat sini, oh sini dia tak OTP dah. Oh, sini port paling clear lah. Ya, aku tengok saat. Pasti bawah tu lah. Sekejap nah. Grafik. Okay, kenapa tu kenapa dia macam nak lag-lag lah. Okay, kita tunggu lemah saat. Okay, daripada sini aku dah kena start lah. Balik datang ni tu ya. Guna bola dalam sikit. Okay, nice. Aku dekat pintu je. Tak nampak aku.
Hey, what's going on here? Who's throwing things?
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Ya, aku tenang dulu. Aku nak save Ustaz. Dah menyorok dah kan. Sekarang ni kita kena habis jumpa butler lah. Selamat. Batu tu kat bawah. Bawah ni okey.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Sir.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene.
Okay.
This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, keep it real.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I had... quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitman?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
May I get you anything, Mr. Patrick?
Privacy? Maybe stop keeping an eye on me? Who put you up to this? Mother?
Just doing my rounds.
Right. God, I hate this place. I totally get why Zachary was such a weirdo. I'm losing it, and I only arrived yesterday. He didn't leave Thornbridge for 50 years.
I'd prefer it.
Hey! Back off a bit, would
How's
you?
everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr.
Patrick Carlyle.
Make sure you focus on
Can you
your
tell
work.
me where you were
I don't
yesterday
need one more
evening?
maid crying in the kitchen.
Shit, it's
So
that
watch
sneaky
yourself around
butler,
here, Mr.
isn't it?
Patrick.
He
Don't
ratted
worry
me
about
out.
me.
Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Oh my God! Oh, right. Yeah, well, if there's nothing good to say, then you should hold your tongue.
Fall for one of his.
I
I should
actually-
probably.
Yeah, I
right.
should
Yeah.
let you go.
Sorry.
What's up?
Nah, you don't have the right clearance, mister. Please, don't waste my time.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
I haven't had the pleasure.
She just clams up when I try to get an explanation. Not even an apology. I mean, believing our mother dead is not exactly how I'd like to spend the week, and then she shows up like that. I nearly scat myself.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
I will have to address the whole family.
Who am I kidding? He's probably not looking for anything serious.
You want to come a little closer?
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
okay, so...
A pin in it.
No, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Edward, this is your chance.
Oh, God. I have to finish that eulogy.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
And hostage.
I
Sorry,
should
but I think I...
let you get back to...
Right.
Yeah.
Christ!
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
I deserve romance.
You're not gossiping, Ethel.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except
Be
Patrick's
everything
mother,
ready for
Emma.
the funeral event
We were
tomorrow.
sitting on the
I would
bench
say
behind
so,
the
Mr.
greenhouse
Fernsby.
talking when she
As long as
came
the
out
birds don't
and
make too much
we
of
had
a
to
mess.
hide. You won't tell her
May
about
I
you and
add that
Patrick,
the
will you?
undertaker, Mr. Parsons,
She'd insist
is
Madame
not
Carlyle
happy
fire
about
me.
putting on a
I'm sure of
pretend
it.
funeral.
Too right
He's
she
worried about
will.
his reputation
She's
if it
always
gets
going
out.
on about how
Yes,
things
I
will
expected
change
as
once she's in
much.
charge of
Certainly are
Thornbridge
strange
Manor.
days. I suppose we'll never get an explanation.
It's not our place to question Madame Carlyle.
No, I know. Can't help but wonder. Did all... the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But from what I see with her, she never misses a step.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but...
Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca.
Stand up, please. Hey, she's single, right? Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool name, though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got to work it out to be right.
Emma Carlyle in the greenhouse. How curious.
Emma Carlyle.
Oh! You startled me. I was just, I don't know, thinking about Zachary. He spent most of his life in here with these plants. Not much of a life, is it? Well, anyway, I'll be outside if you need me. If you'd excuse me.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Talking about your kid here. I mean, would that change anything? For me? It's hard to say, isn't it? I suppose I'd be more inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt. But the disappointment would be a big factor too.
I just think we've heard this song before, Jim, and we'll hear it again.
We've got prime.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset, believe it.
Emma Carlyle.
Oh!
I'd say worried about
You startled me.
I was just, I don't know, thinking about Zachary. He spent most of his life in here with...
Seriously needs to step into this century. It's not safe at all. If this was back home, it would be a loss waiting to happen.
Rebecca!
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Kalau ikut aku lah, setelah dengar apa yang mereka ni tadi kan, aku rasa Emma. Sebab dia pergi dekat greenhouse tadi tu, aku rasa tak perlu kot aku nak jadi fotografer tu. Sebab sekarang ni kalau hampa tengok tadi tu, lebay yang confirm tadi tu memang dah bukan suspek. So ada tadi tu Emma dengan yang Mr. Fernby ni. So Mr. Fernby tadi kita dah check office dia, yang memang bukan dia. So Emma je lah tinggal. Okay, tengok sini ya. Okay ya, tengok sini. Ni suspek kita kan. Tengok ni confirm. So confirm tinggal Emma dengan Mr. Fernby. So sekarang ni tadi sebab dia dah beritahu tadi kata tadi poison dia tak sama kan. So maksudnya Emma je lah.
Good.
Ya aku on dah mic. Okay, mic on. Lagi duk cakap-cakap lagi mic tak on.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Aku je ni akan cakap sikit-sikit lah. Just nak fokus more to story kan. Nanti kalau duk cakap-cakap banyak nanti dia tak syok kan. Okay. Sekarang ni Madame Carlyle on the way. Kita duduk dulu. Bangun dulu lah. Dah sampai aku nak save dulu in case something happen. Okay.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Okay, mission story complete kan. So sekarang ni kita duduk dulu.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Oh, accuse Emma tak boleh oh. Accuse Zachary tak boleh. Hanya boleh accuse Mr. Fernby ya.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Case file.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards? The Constant? But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Sir.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Okay, dapat dah case file. Kita save dulu in case of something happen. Okay, saya nak tengok tak? Dia beritahu, okay. Alright.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Sup?
So, jom kita locate exit ya.
Do you know if any new staff has started within the last week? Not that I'm aware. Can't be too careful.
Ya, aku nak save tak. Ni bilik siapa dah aku masuk ni? Sekejap. Oh. Bilik someone, tak tahu kan. Okay, sekejap. Save dulu.
Hello?
Oh, sekejap.
God, I'm so fucked.
Kena turun bawah balik.
Hello? I'm out now.
Pintu dah depan ni, kau tak salah aku.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Bukan lagi ni. Kena turun lagi ni. Tu dia dah tunjuk simbol exit tu. Alright. Alright. Body dia tu kat mana? Body dia tu. Aku tolak dari atas ni ya. Oh, jatuh atas tu.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Ada benda yang berlaku. Alright. Mission sudah habis.
Ben, I can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do.
Olivia.
I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.